So I'm here painting my 2024 Petite show. This is a show I've done every year since 2018. This is a Petite here. It's a 12 by 12. You can see I'm planning out this painting. This is the photo I took. Looks like Paso Robles, if I'm not mistaken. And whenever I plan a Petite painting or any painting, I have to select out from this photograph, which has all this information, what I want to focus on in the painting. And for me, I really like this kind of counterplay between these two blocks of shadows. So you can see in my painting, I'm really focusing in on the dramatic two bunches of shadows. And then I like the overlapping layers of landscape as they get kind of lighter and lighter and more pinky lavender as they go back. So that's what I'm going to be painting here, and I'm pre-mixing my whole palette before I ever pick up a brush. The key to open impressionism is plan, because planning is how I'm able to pick up a brush, place a brushstroke on the canvas, and then not change it. My goal is to get the brushstroke right the first time. That means I'm not overlapping the brushstrokes, I'm not layering, I'm not smudging them around or changing my mind once the paint goes on the canvas. So I really try to picture in my mind the complete painting, the complete composition before I ever pick up a brush. And it's funny because that's actually where Petites came from in the first place, because I was painting these big paintings like this one, not quite this big, and I wasn't sure what my paint was going to do all the time, so I would make a little sketch, a painting sketch, before I would start my big painting. And I would mix my whole palette, and I would just, with a few quick brush strokes, kind of block out the painting like it was going to appear in the big piece. And I kept noticing that I liked these little sketches better than the finished painting. And I was racking my brain trying to figure out why. What was I doing differently in these little sketches compared to the big paintings? This is like back in 2015, 2016. And I finally realized what it was I was really simplifying the landscape down to a few key elements that could easily be captured with a few big, thick brushstrokes on a small canvas. And that is kind of the key to composition. That's why they pay me the big bucks over here, is because it's my view of the world. It's my vision. That's what makes my art different and unique. And that's why, why anyone's art is different and unique. It's your own take on the same scene, the same oak trees, the same sky, the same 5 colors that everyone else is using, but what makes your art different? It's your unique take. Like, what do you think is important or interesting about the landscape? So that was one reason why I like my Petites more. And the other thing that I noticed was I did not give a damn about and what anyone else thought about my Petites, because no one was ever going to see them. So they were these beautiful, fresh, immediate Petites that were like uncriticized and were just perfect as is, because I literally didn't care what anyone else thought about them when I was painting them. And so those elements have kind of wormed their way into my techniques of open impressionism over the years. And now I have this whole, I'm now 3,000 paintings into painting in this style of open impressionism. And I've developed all these tenets or mantra, as you will, of what makes an open impressionism painting open impression painting. And one of them is, just painting, letting the paint be as it is, putting the paint on the canvas and just letting it be. Because whenever I try to change the paint after it goes on the canvas, it just downward spirals. It gets worse and worse and worse the more I try to fix it and change it. So I've developed this system of signing my name and then never touching the painting again. And that means it's done. That's a very long story of why I paint Petites, but I hope you enjoy the collection this year. We're keeping them all hidden on the website, so you might have been lucky enough to see a few sneak peeks here and there, but I've amassed quite a collection of Petites over the last few weeks, and I think we'll have about 30 or so paintings that will be being released shortly. So keep an eye out and hope you enjoy them.